The upfront as a whole is changing. I mean, more and more consumption is pivoting away from traditional television. It's happening slowly, but it's been more drastic, especially over the last calendar year during COVID. We're very video centric in our communication strategy for our top brands. So that is not going to change. But the upfront in and of itself uh, is something that becomes potentially uh, an issue because it's TV is becoming a less specifically upfront investment is becoming a smaller share of our spend. And in the world of COVID, we do need a bit more flexibility. So the upfront is important. I still think you're going to see in the future brands commit to long-term investment for key properties, sponsorship like elements and the highest quality inventory that is out there. But the upfront as a whole is probably going to diminish in its relative importance, especially during tricky recession like times that we're facing today where you need flexibility. And what's been very clear over the past year is we need the need for flexibility has been very critical.
Right. So tell us about Mars and about, your shift. Oh, you guys traditionally have been a big linear TV investor. That seems to be changing. What's happening with your approach to video investment, and what's going on in terms of planning ahead?
So video is still incredibly important for us, but we're seeing a pivot away from television. We're still buying television, but OTT, digital video platforms of our key networks, video consumption of the same content on other screens, and all very clearly we're pivoting towards other broader video distribution platforms, whether it's YouTube or social media or even TikTok. So we're expanding the arsenal above and beyond television. Video is still critical. Maybe we're going to shorter form, and we're going to mobile and mobile feed. So we're matching the consumption behaviors of today's consumers in order to get our reach right. But I think as you probably understand, the quality of video exists in other places. You're getting great platforms and consumption, and they're getting consumers to view in other places, and we need to follow suit. And that's really the evolution and the continued evolution of our media mix is going to match that.
Ron, tell us, how agency and brands are tackling the challenge of planning, allocating, and optimizing CTV. Optimization is really key, it seems. And what are some of those challenges, and how is the spend being optimized across both direct and programmatic?
Yeah, this is the tough one, especially when you look at the walled gardens. So how you optimize your mix more and more, we're investing more and more on research actually, and to try and learn what's working and what's not working and what the right balance is. So whether it's bringing in closed loop studies, market mix model, or actually, to be quite frank, also developing our own in-house tools with our own IT teams to measure performance. That's really where a big part of our focus is. In the past, we probably haven't need to focus on it as much, but in the evolving media consumption shifts of consumers today and how much that's accelerated just recently, we have to have a stronger understanding of what works and what doesn't work, shut down what's not working, pivot away from it, and right size our investment in the media that works better for us, right? So that's really one of the hardest things that we need to focus on in today's world, and that requires us to set aside budget for measurement.
So are there innovations in software and data that you're excited about, or that you guys need, that you're either developing or you're looking to vendors to provide?
Well, we're looking at really multiple different research vendors, whether it's faster closed loop studies that have sales data, and whether it's NCS's SLIM technology or other, things that are correlated to sales, like attention metrics. Those are things that we're experimenting with today.
Great. And Ron, I remember not too many years ago, or maybe many years ago, we were on a hot rooftop talking about programmatic TV when no one else was really talking about it. I wonder if you would give your perspective on sort of the growth of programmatic TV, buying video programmatically, kind of where that stands and where you hope it goes.
Yeah, I still think it's kind of evolving. It hasn't hit, I would say, critical mass yet. But in a world of recession, where you're trying to optimize, have flexibility, measure at speed, and iterate and optimize your content and your media mix in flight, the time is now for these types of things. So we're looking at things more holistically than these silos, and the more that you can bring media and collapse it together into one strategic planning and buying tool and platform, the more effective we believe that you can be. So this is, we're at the point now where we need technology to allow us to implement change, be more strategic, and measure at pace and at speed. And that's what we're looking towards now, is how do we take the DSP programmatic approach and expand it beyond open web to include OTT, addressable TV, the other digital video platforms, social media, all of these things. And the more we can have a holistic view on how we connect to our consumers, the more effective we believe we can be.